right? We all talk about soft skills and everyone's kind of highlighted the importance of them, and I completely agree. But what you raised in the beginning, Cindy, what are soft skills? What do people talk about? What does that actually mean, and how do we do it? So there's also what's the soft skills are required as an entrepreneur, and sometimes also what's required like in your job as well. Soft skills along the lines of design thinking, customer validation, problem solving, and things like that. Those are the things as a business you need to be thinking about. How, you know, and I think that's one arm. There's also another factor in terms of, you know, all the skills that people have sort of been mentioning, which is you know, communication, leadership, empathy, problem solving, etc. And that can apply to you in your job, in your business, in your day-to-day life. So the question is, we kind of have identified what are the skills that are important for the future, working in teams, collaborating. And I think a lot of it goes back to education and how we're taught. It shouldn't be rote learning anymore. We need to think through, you know, we need to be, you know, learning should not be about what we're learning, but it should be about how we learn. Previously, information was difficult. We had to cram information, etc. Now information is at our fingertips. We have the internet. We, you know, so the skills now become, how do you find the information? How do you find what's relevant? And how do you use it to communicate what you need to do? So I think it starts off at a very simple, it needs to start off by redefining how we learn in our education systems. But moving forward, what else can we do? So I've been talking to a lot of different people in the tech industry, and one thing that came up, and again, back to the point of, you know, young people, there's a lot of way of learning these skills through gaming. So someone came up to me with this game teaching math skills for kids, and you know, I'm not a gamer, so I was looking at like my basis of was like, you know, looking at Pac-Man, basically, about how you eat the points and you solve a maths puzzle and you get it. But obviously, you know, there are ways where gaming could be used for basic skills like your arithmetic, English, etc. But also, why can't we use gaming to develop skills like empathy, leadership, communication, team building, and looking at different models and different ways of doing it. So I think that's how we need to think about it, and bucket it up. Yes, you know, you have your technical skills, which you will always need, but again, that's in your fingertips, and it's going to be continuous learning. You need your soft skills, and how do you do that? But then also you need the leadership management skills, you know, as your business owner, how you manage a team of 1 to 5 versus how you manage a team of 15 to 20 to 50 to 100, or even as you know, as an employee, as your team grows, you know, how do you manage that? So I think there are different buckets of skills, and we need to experiment with different ways.